Hello everyone, I'm Havoc and this is Factorio Space Exploration Plus. We're over here by our green circuits today because as we talked about in the past episode or two, is we need to revamp our green build. I've done a little bit of work off camera extending our rails some and primarily our bot network in this direction because I feel like this area is a good prime candidate for putting our green circuit build into motion. And we know we need to have one train that drops off stone bricks that will be turned into tablets, and then we need 4 trains that are bringing copper in. So we are going to get that set up over there and then figure out the return system. It probably comes somewhere about right in this area. I don't know. Hold on. Let's think about this because I'm wanting to make 16 blue belts, so I need 16 of these. That's going to be a bit of space. So we may need to go all the way out to here with the rail. Let's get out there and keep it growing and work our way back. So I would rather not. I would honestly rather work my way, the other direction from this point here. So this may be, that's what we'll probably do here. Let's put down some rail junctions. I'm thinking right here. And then it'll come back and there'll be a stacker. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So we need to squeeze into this point some rails. I'll go ahead and get these picked up because they're always in a bad spot. Is what it seems like. I need the... Here we go. I only need 2. Another thing here is that these power poles aren't going to match up just so. I kind of want it to be like this. And then that's going to put that power pole a little bit out of whack. So we will put one dead in the center. And that will... Oh, I don't need that one there. That will be alright, and that gets us up here. I don't need that. And I don't need that one. In fact, I think that will reach. Yeah, it does. So we don't need the extra one there. So that's perfect. And that gives us our inbound lines, which we're going to set up a crosswalk here of some kind. And then we're going to go 1, 2, and this will turn and head back towards this area because I want to start a stacker. Actually, I could... So let's see. I could start the stacker this way, which is probably what I'm going to end up doing. Let's... Somewhere in here I need to get rid of these. I said I was going to clean my inventory of all these extra blueprints, and here I have not done any of that. Silly, silly. It's okay. We'll get those cleared out. And then I think this one will work just fine. Let's see. Is that long enough? I can't place it on there. I think that's long enough. So we're going to go with it. And then if it's not, I'll just grab a blueprint from somewhere nearby. But I want this nice and tight in here. So if I'm going to have 16 trains, I need a 16 stacker for my green circuit build. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. Not there just yet. 14, 15, and 16. I might toss an extra one on just in case. What did I do with that blueprint? There we go. And then another thing that you have to do is that blueprint doesn't actually place belt all the way through there. So you gotta just tell them, hey, go ahead and put some belt there. And then I can maybe get that straight one. No, it's just gonna grab the curve, and that's okay. Another thing I noticed is that that doesn't have any of the signals, the full signals on this end. So we will just walk down through here and put each of those in. How are we doing on space? That's actually perfect because I want to bring it out this way and turn really close to this wall in case I need to add more trains in the future. This is going crazy. Can I just have a nice neat turn? Hold on. I think if I just do this, there we go. The ghost laying it wants to do all kinds of weird crazy loops and stuff, and that's not what I'm wanting. So now we're going to need unloading areas for each of these resources. Right. So I got the 16 trains because I've already I've already made this way more than I need. I have 16 blue belts, and each train will carry 4 blue belts roughly. So I only needed 4 trains. That's fine. We're not going to worry about rebuilding this or tearing it up. We'll just have plenty of extra stacker space. So I need to build the unloading area, which is super simple. I've already got setups just for that right over here. The only thing I want to do here is say no belts just yet because I'm not sure which way they're going to go. No belts of any kind, and probably don't need the radar in there or as many roboports. The rest of this should be fine. And actually what we can do here, now that I'm looking at this, is turn, let's see, yeah, that's the direction, excuse me. So this is going to be what I'll do for unloading the resources. Rather than looping that back around, we're just going to drop that in. And unload them in this horizontal manner, and then I can take the resources straight over. Now this is 1, 2, 3, 4 trains. I need the 4 for copper, and then a 5th one for our stone bricks. Let's see, here it is. Do a little cleaning as I go. And the only thing I don't want is this angle here. In fact, we can get rid of that one, and then we'll change it up. How it's going to go, we're essentially just going to flow right back to this one here. And we can do that pretty simply. If I come up about 3, actually 2, and then go diagonally. How's this going to look? Almost there. Perfect. And it kind of matches the stacker. Kind of. Now, yes, this has fuel. This will do the unloading. We need to figure out what we're going to do. Probably the stone brick at the bottom here, and then the 4 copper trains will come in and go where they need to go. And then we can orient what we want over here. We are also going to need at least 1 radar. I took it out of the blueprint because I wasn't sure if I liked where that was at. We'll drop it there, and that will cover this entire area, which is perfect. So we are going to look at this. I need a blueprint, and it's got to be changed up a little bit. So I need to just grab this one and then make the changes and make a new blueprint. So what I want to do here is figure out what is it going to look like to do 16 of these. I can do all of it from one single stone train, which is going to be 4 individual blue belts. And what I can do is I can split and do half and half, so I can do 8 and then turn around and do 8 up here. And that will give me a little bit of room. I think let's drop this down and make the changes that we need to make to it. None of those belts are going to go that way, and none of these belts are needed. We are going to swap this around. So your resources, your copper is going to come in here, like so, and then the stone brick is going to come in. Well, the stone tablets. It'll be stone brick until it gets to these machines here. So that is the actual blueprint I need. Let's go ahead and delete that one and grab... I'll wait for him to build it first. But this gets us what we want. And then I just need to replicate this. And I only need one side of each of these belts done for the copper. But what I can do, I could overlap these where this belt and this belt is shared. So the first one is halved and then it gets a full belt all the way down till you get the last half one. We're doing 8 here. And what I need, I'm going to want 1, 2, 3, 4 gap. And then this is, I don't want to do this one as the bottom because I don't want to underground. This one will be 1, 2, 3, 4 here. And then the next one will come out wherever that one does. So let's look. I can either, like I said, share that because, I mean, it's just going to be using half the copper, or I can put it right next to it. It's going to look odd to me to share all of them except for that first one. Let's just do it this way. I'm way overthinking it. There's 4. I'm going to want to leave a little gap. So I was going to try and fit 8 pretty much right at the end of this, but I want a small gap here, enough to fit a RoboPort in before we start going. So let's go down a little ways and know that it's going to be 8 this way, and this is only 4, so I've got to go 4 more blueprints in this direction. Wow, I'm glad that I decided I'm going to mirror it on the top, because this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. 8 blue belts. And then I have to mirror it on the top side for the other 8. And we want enough room, like I said, for a RoboPort. Okay, we're protected against those. No need to worry about the coronal mass ejection. Get all of the belts lined in here. Okay, and then I will just need to flip it and do the other side. I'll just have the bots bring all of these while I'm setting up the other side over there. This is going to be a lot of green circuits, which, like I said, I won't even be able to run this thing at full to begin with because I have not ramped up. We're not even making 16 belts, blue belts worth of copper yet. And a lot of that is due to the fact that I didn't finish that build, and also I'm not mining that much. I've been just mining what's right next to it, not mining an actual outpost. Let's pick these up. Let's see. I'm thinking we just drop a RoboPort kind of along here. I wanted that space on the other side in case I decide later to come back in and drop RoboPorts in there. Oh, did I just delete? Great. Not paying attention, I'm deleting these. Where's my blueprint at? The substations. By putting the RoboPorts over them. Where are they at? I'm losing stuff in my inventory. I've got so many things. Here we go, RoboPorts. I want you to be there. I thought I picked that one up. I'm losing it. Let's try that again. Not on top of it, below it. Trying to maintain some minimal form of bot coverage over pretty much my entire base. And then in certain areas, obviously like our bot highway has loads of RoboPorts. And I expanded that out, like I said before, so we can get to here. Now I'm seeing that I'm not going to be able to see what's going on here. I'm going to need radars. I think I can get away with putting a radar maybe at the top side of this blueprint. And, well, they haven't even placed the one there yet that I requested, which would definitely help. Or it doesn't have power. It does not have power. Got it. It's okay. We will get there. There's going to be a lot of belts transporting resources right in this area. So I want to leave that gap open. We'll just put it there. And now it's powered. And how's that do? Okay, so I can do with one radar up in this area to uncover the rest. So now what I want to do is simply take a blueprint of all of this and flip it around. Except for the belts that are heading out the other way. So I need to know where this is going to be at. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And we'll put a RoboPort for our spacing in. Now I can take that really big blueprint and see exactly where it goes. Rock is in the way. I don't care about a rock. Tear that rock up. Okay. And I'll need to do the power the same way over here. From there to there. That'll power all of this as it comes in, and then I just need to drop a radar up in this corner somewhere. We'll just put it right next to the RoboPort. This, whoa, stone. Should be any stone on here. That's not what I asked for. I guess I shouldn't have deleted that blueprint that I had just built on. That would be coming in handy right now. In the past, I've always carried loads of stuff on me and let my personal robots do a lot of the heavy lifting when I'm building things, and then just resupply myself from the base as I go along. But I'm trying different things with this playthrough than what I normally do, and so far I rather like, well, it has pros and cons. I do like the fact that I don't have to carry around a base worth of structures, machines, and just let the bots bring it from storage. But at the same time, I'm not a big fan of the delay that it takes in waiting for the bots to bring all this stuff here. But it's okay. If I had all of these things in my inventory and were constantly placing them down, and I would still be waiting on the bots to bring them to me. So it's not the biggest issue. It's looking pretty good so far. I like the way it looks visually too. I want to make sure I've got room right down here because there's a lot of copper lines coming in here. And I think what I'm probably going to do, excuse me, is maybe underground the stone. So I'm going to have the copper all come in like it's supposed to. And so here's the dilemma that I had, is that this only needs to be a half line, and then the one on the far end needs to be a half line, and then each of the ones in the middle needs to be full lines of copper. So let's see. I need to probably do something along the lines of this. That one will be the first one. So actually what I can do here to make this simple is I can put a splitter and that'll do the half line. And the other half will keep going down. And we are just, it's going to underground. It'll have to underground all these though. I don't know if I'm going to like that. Let's see. I think I'll make it work. Just for the simplicity of the layout. What I'll do is, whoop, that's not the right direction. I'll just have the full lines go in, and then this one will at the very end join together. The other half will continue like it's been doing. Just to get all the way down here. That's why I was hesitating earlier when I was trying to decide how to lay out this blueprint, as I was already thinking ahead to where all of this is going to go. It should be 8 blue belts of copper. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I gotta do 2 more running all the way down through here to the end. And I did quite a good bit more putting concrete and stuff out. You might have noticed when I opened the map earlier. I have been doing some things here and there to make improvements, make things better. You know what? Why am I doing all this by hand when I can just do something along the lines of that. It's going to pop out right there and right there. Perfect. And I still want it to be only on half of this belt. So we'll do that. Just right down here at the end, because it'll look good from one outside, from the right hand outside edge, and then the left hand is on the left hand outside edge. It will make me happy, at least. So that's what I'm going to go with. There. Now that gets our copper in. Next up is our stone bricks, which will then become stone tablets. All we've got to do is come down through here and branch off, oops, at each one of these. Now, let's think of how this is going to be balanced, right? So we've got 8 here. Each one of these only needs 9. Okay, so 45. How much, actually, let's just look at how much stone this is all going to need. 72. So from 2 blue belts, you can do this whole thing. So what we're going to do is do one blue belt that will branch right here. Actually, we're bringing in an entire train. So we're going to have 4 blue, yeah, we're going to have 4 blue belts, and we're going to need 4 blue belts. Okay. We'll make it. I promise. We'll make it, everybody. Thinking on the fly. Then that 4th one just goes in. And I'm just doing a simple, it will overflow this one and continue until they're all saturated down through here. And then I need to run one more right beside this one. We'll ghost belt a lot of it. Oh, how did I miss some trees? That's weird. I was about to say I should have my nanobots on pretty much all the time, so anytime I go by a tree, it just is instantly mulched. I wonder if my usage of the ghost blueprints for some things and putting other things down by hand is irking anyone. If it is, let me know in the comments. I'm curious. Now, I wish I could just mirror flip this to the top side. Because right now, if I just copy this and then, like rotate it, it's not going the right way. You can't just set it up here. You have to mirror flip it. Now, I know they were talking about working on something like that. Just trying to think. I don't know if, before I say it's something that doesn't exist, let me check and see real fast. No, I don't think I see it anywhere. I remember them talking about wanting to do that, and I was thinking at the time that would be wonderful. And it really would be, but it does not look like they have implemented it yet. They may have in the current version. I'm still playing on just 1.0 because of the mods that I have. Not all of them are updated. But that's okay. That is looking good. We've got a good idea down. I just need to set up the other side and then figure out how I'm going to get the resources from the trains balanced. And over here, I mean, obviously I got 2 copper trains will just come down. These 2 copper trains will go up, and then I'll split the outputs from the stone train to go here and go up there and get this running. But that's probably going to be it for today's episode. If you enjoyed it, feel free to hit that like button. I really do appreciate it when you guys do that, and comment. I love to hear what you guys are thinking, see what kind of input you might have, or just the, hey, I'm enjoying the videos. I really do appreciate that. If you want to see more content like this, consider subscribing to my channel, and I will see you all next time.